Hey, what's up, Mitch? I guess you know me by Black Plasma in the community here. I'm finishing up this editing here, and I'm excited to show you what I've been working on all week. It's basically a Monday through Friday, weekly recap. And I think it would be cool and beneficial if you had something to kind of refresh your content and you could post it on the weekend and maybe you could have a day off and, take some time for yourself. So anyway, without further ado, check it out.
Hey, traders, welcome to episode, I don't even know, okay? Still don't know. I think I screwed up. And now I'm like, is it episode 884? I don't think it is. It could be 874. One day we'll get to the bottom of it, but I'm just going to keep going. So I need your help on figuring out what episode it is, dude, because I don't know. Okay, thanks. Anyway, so, XLM looks bullish. You mean the thing, this piece of crap that's only made lower highs, lower lows, like all time? Like for the most part? Dude, XLM's a terrible one to call bullish, dude. Right? We talk about the 23% retrace. It's a very, very important retrace. It's the first of the sequence, the Fibonacci sequence, man. And it really gives us validity of a swing high or low if you're looking at it like this, right? Once you hit that 236, then you know it's a valid anchor point on the bottom. So from the lowest low to the highest high, before the pullback, right, that happened in December, it was like, October through December of 2018, it was scary. I mean, if you were a stock market participant, you remember it vividly. It was a crazy drop. But all it did was from that lowest low to highest high, hit a 23% retrace and violently bounced off with a V-shaped recovery and has continued on to all-time highs. That's what I'm talking about. If the macro holds up, dude, almost unlimited amount of liquidity pumped into markets. How do you think this crash is going to happen? It doesn't happen when, I don't know, man, people are still kind of freaking out a little bit. There's Tesla and AMD and a couple others, but I don't think we've seen it yet. Has your mailman come up to you yet and talked to you about, our new our new overlord and savior, the S&P 500 yet, the stock market? Not yet. Yeah, Golden Cross, yeah. I mean, we talked about it yesterday. Hasn't happened yet, but it could be happening today or tomorrow. You got a Golden Cross imminent. No matter what the price action does at this point, it's going to happen. Last time the Golden Cross happened was back here, April 23rd, and you know what happened after that. Insanity. You are, as we speak, goldenly crossing over. If you zoom in and scale in to the most insane microscopic levels, you can see it, dude. There it is. Jed, never forget this day where Bitcoin has golden crossovered for the first time in like 10 months. We did it, man. My God. You can look at gold if you want to. Great one, man. Fantastic. About freaking time. Been looking at this in log scale. A beautiful, beautiful uptrend. You kind of started falling below that 25% trend line of the equidistant channel. I mean, well above the 20 and the 50, or sorry, the 250 moving averages. Great. And so I do think the next target is 1640, 1639.50. I mean, that's the next resistance. Look left, man. And it's not even really a big one. I mean, it's just there. It's like been regarded a couple times. The major overhead resistance, in my opinion, and it's been this way. None of this has changed. 1800 roughly, right? Where traders settled up 3 times there over the course of a year or two. All right, so yeah, I think gold should eventually see 1640. If you break that, $1791 to $1,800. Man, too much mooning, dude. A real big pullback. Had a false breakout to close the week, which was kind of concerning. You put a gun to my head and it's like, hey man, you better Fibonacci this. Dude, I cannot catch a break with this music. I'm about to just turn it off. I don't want to listen to Celtic people playing bagpipes with my progressive house, okay? This should be banned. Adding to a winning position, I mean, dude, if you're in a long-term uptrend and you get pullbacks, dollar cost averaging, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have, again, a long-term position versus a trading position, like, okay, you got like a trading plan, right? For your trading portfolio, right? You leave that separate from, like, you know, assets you like and you want to own long-term because you think there's a fundamental, you have like a fundamental belief in it. It's not because of a high or low or something like that. But I mean, like, based on the weekly monthly, you know, even long before anyone was here and we were down in the sixes and sevens on Bitcoin, the way the weekly monthly were setting up for much higher prices. So it's like you can layer out some of your position, but you can add to your whole position, right? I mean, I never fully exited the trades I made on the way up on Bitcoin because of the weekly and the monthly, because the context was so bullish. You know, let's do it. We haven't done this in like a year. Shout out to where you're from, right? If you want to represent home team, state your city or state or country, whatever you're most comfortable with. Okay, let's see it, man. Let's see how global crypto is. We got people from all over, dude. North Carolina, Utah, Melbourne. We got Belgium, Texas, Vermont, England. G7, get in here. I'm taking damage, man. Heal me, dude. Heal me. Could be doing anything, but you're here. You're trying not to panic. You're trying not to freak out. Trying not to show emotion, but Bitcoin brings out the worst in all of us sometimes, right? Where just yesterday, you confirmed a bullish engulfing candle above critical areas of resistance support that was historical between 9,800 and 9,950, only today to completely wipe that out, and then some, intraday getting as low as 9,280. Oh yeah, dude, you gotta know this. Gap boys will be so pleased. So, I mean, I'm talking beyond pleased, dude. Here's the Bitcoin futures chart. Where, yep, on that crazy $10,300 pump that didn't last long today, look what the wick did, where traders settled up February 14th, Valentine's Day. Oh, it feels so good! And I just want to look real quick at another market that I know a lot of y'all don't care about, but you would if you were making gains on it, I guess, right? This is the S&P 500 that hit all-time highs today. Hit a 1414 fib extension from its previous high to low point. Okay, pull back, no higher than that. 3386. Continuing to climb. I wonder why. 1.5 years of consolidation. You want to look at the real crypto? We can, man. Tesla. Over $900. It closed over $900 today. For the first time ever. Just gap upon gap upon gap. Other one that made this crypto stuff not even matter to me really at all. Because I'd bought calls yesterday morning. Tons and tons of volume. Blue sky breakout. Yeah, and AMD, another one. It broke out of a log scale channel that it was contained within. Unreal. Like, most conservative way of looking at AMD broke out yesterday and had a little bit of follow through price action today. Look at this. It's gorgeous. 4850 was all-time highs back from like June of 2000, July of 2000. Regarded it for a minute, and now look where you are. Another blue sky breakout. So here we go. 8,000 to 8,950 is your...
Can you give me your thoughts on dollar TLRD, please?
What's up, Aim Ty? Thanks for the 1337 largest contribution of the day. Thank you, man. Okay, man. I don't know, dude. What else there is to talk about besides Bitcoin getting wrecked, S&P at all-time highs, Nvidia killing it, Tesla killing it. What more do you want? Okay. Till next time. Respect the T. Hey. We can look at the charts. I mean, the S&P is... it's amazing what it did before it started running to the upside again. All right. Sorry, I have Domino's Pizza up right now, which is ungodly. up 25%. Look at that breakout, man. Unbelievable. That's crazy. And the structure of the pattern was 391. You're at 373. We looked at this freaking last week. And then we used Tesla as the example of the best one of these. And we talked about this was in consolidation for a long time after, you know, bullish trend. And then for 1.5 years, like the others, like where PayPal today for the first time back tested the old all-time high as support. When it was once resistance is now support. Like right, the wick from the S&P pulled up. So eventually this can sustain, which I don't know, could be double. It could end up being a double top or something like that. But you'd think if it can sustain, I think that PayPal will see $128.84 soon. Huge impulse down with upsloping consolidation, but the oscillator's not really on your side. And it looks pretty. I mean, it kind of looks weak for a bear flag, right? And the shortening of the thrust stuff, where it's just barely a lower low. It's an equidistant channel, Jordan. Because like with your linear regression channels, you've got that heart line, and that is normally just an area, man, psychological area, where if you break that equidistant, or if you break that linear regression channel, you know, it's heart line. If you're going on the up and you break that, you can back test it, and then there's a higher likelihood it would run to the top of the channel. And it sells off, it hits the heart line and falls through that 50%, the heart line. There's a good chance it would go to the bottom of the channel again. So when you have an equidistant channel, it's just cutting that in half on both sides. So it's just for longer term uptrends to see the correlation of touches within. So, you know, it gives you, like, it's almost like checking your math when you're anchoring on the top side or the bottom side of the channels. Here's the spin for y'all. They got me. Gosh dang it. They got me. It's almost like an ant colony, you know, in a way, where they all like are in sync with pheromones and stuff.
Yeah, or like when you see large flocks of birds flying together, and
or schools of fish
together. Yeah, exactly. They all move together, but the communication happens so instantaneously. It's like, how do they even have time to do anything? And how inefficient is our communication? If this whole time I've been talking, the fish could have defended themselves from like 1,000 predators.
Dude, we're getting deep, man. We're getting deep, chat. I mean, you know, there's a reason. I mean, what's your name in Discord? And hit chug again. God dang it, dude.
Oh my god, again.
This is...
Hey Emily, how you doing tonight? What's up?
All right, I put the bread up, the toast up.
Oh, that's hardly any. Come on.
Yeah, but it's his first time.
Mate,
That's not bad.
my God, mate. All right, AMD, second largest loser of the day on the stock market, S&P 500 or whatever. Huge. Look, here you got the up thrust. You'd broken out yesterday, and it's like, Jesus, right? I mean, pretty much. Also, from the high point to low point, you exceeded the 1618, the golden mean ratio in log scale. That's stupid, dude. Stupid extended, right? And yeah, huge red candle. You're back in the channel now. Sell-offs to continue Monday, which I think it probably will. And this is just because if you know the history of Thursday, Friday sell-offs, they often bleed into Mondays, the next Mondays. How the weekly close? Well, chat, can someone tell me what this is? This is a weekly candle. Tell me what this is. So, okay. Seeing if anyone could say both in a sentence, like say this and that. No, it's not right. Always stacking. People answered correctly on both, right? So it's a shooting star and it's a bearish pin bar. Both. Those are both bearish reversal candles. So follow the price action next week. Seems very likely with a candle like that. I want to look at the futures, the S&P 500 futures real quick, because this is fascinating to me. I think this is gorgeous. I freaking love it, man. But if you look at log scale on Bitcoin with anchor point 1 and 2 on the bottom, and then just 1 on the top, you know, we're just skating along the supply line. Look, resistance, slightly up thrusting. So you get it, right? And, you know, of course, I think there's probably some sort of ascending, broadening wedge, two diverging up sloping trend lines, and you might be partial rising right now. Oh my god. So we could get follow through next week. I mean, look where the upsloping support is, all the way down at like 32.50. So we could get another $100 drop or so. Let's see.